video?
Yeah, boy.
Alright. Hey guys, so I'm here with my main man, PJ. So he's one of the sales crew that we have at Code 5. So we're very lucky to have them. And one of the things in your fitness business is, sometimes getting marketing and getting the leads is the easy bit, but it's getting harder and harder to get people into your gym. So, myself, I'm not actually on the calls every day. So I wanted to bring in my friend PJ, and I'm also going to bring in our other guy that we work with, Jacob, on a Tuesday to actually tell you guys what's happening live, okay? Because PJ's on the phone. How many calls do you make a day, PJ?
100, maybe 120 on a good day.
120 calls a day. So this man knows what he's talking about. And today he's going to have a chat about building rapport on a phone call. So PJ, over to you, my man.
Yeah, guys, look, I just want to touch briefly on one of the key aspects when actually making a call, and you can have the best script in the world. It can be precise. It can get you all the information you need to build up to a consult. The one thing that some people actually miss up on is rapport. You've got to build that relationship from the get-go. Like, it is most vital. When somebody is trying to tell you their life story, listen. That could be a full-time member. You have no idea. You're building that relationship. You pick on anything, one small thing. Their sister might be going to surgery next week. Their aunt might have their birthday for 2 weeks' time. That might be the reason they want to get fit. That could be the one thing that you pick up on. You bring it up later in the conversation. It's look, hey, I know you've got your aunt's wedding coming up in 2 weeks. It's just so important to build a relationship first on. First impressions count, and that is one of the key aspects you have to look at when making these calls.
I think, so PJ touched on a few key things there. So first of all, you have a script that builds rapport. So a few of the questions we asked, like, do you live or work near the Brookvale gym? Which I'll let PJ elaborate on. But the thing he said that I don't want you guys to miss was that he's writing this down as they're saying it. Okay, because we have your skeleton script of some questions that you pretty much have to ask. Yeah. But if you're not writing this down, you can often skip over it and not be able to recap it when we get your 7 yeses, which is on our script. So, PJ, how about you share us a few ways, at the start of the conversation. You mentioned that we talk about being in the local area, but also you can build a lot of injury. I know you've had a few injuries yourself that you can show empathy and build rapport on that aspect too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can build it off of anything. Like, one of our first questions on our script is do you live near the Brookvale area? Do you live near the gym, the Balgal area? They'd be like, yeah, I just recently moved here. I could be myself, because I just recently moved here. I could be like, oh, cool, that's amazing. I just moved here recently. How are you finding it? Build off of that. Next minute, they've just moved in with 2 roommates. Oh, amazing. Do your roommates want to come in and do a referral?
He's getting referrals now. He's getting referrals.
It just happens so naturally, guys. And it's like anything can get you a referral. I've just moved here recently. I got a new job. Nice. Where are you working? It's like, oh, I'm just working across the road from you guys. That's amazing. Okay, well, look, I can give you and your mates 2 weeks free if you want to come down and try us. See who gets the best results at the end of it all. You can build it all off. You stick to your foundations, which is your script. Your script is obviously the most important tool you use as a caller. You would make sure that you get all that vital information because you know how to pass it on then. But make sure that you're building that rapport because it leads to infinite possibility.
Yeah. So guys, just to recap, and I do want to touch briefly, I want to give you guys some extra value because we started to talk about referrals, but at the start of the conversation, you can go off location, injuries, any previous exercise they're doing. So, at Code 5, we hire a lot of athletes. You see, I'm in pristine condition myself, as is this fellow here. So, we're working off, have you played any sport? Do you live or work locally? And then off the back of that, you can start to build rapport to ask those deeper questions. Because there is times where, we have to ask them about, how much money they're spending out. And with no rapport, it can kind of come off really, really cold. But we went off on a tangent a bit, but I want to give you guys extra value because we're having a competition this month out of which salesperson can get the most referrals off the phone. PJ elaborated on 2 key points to do it, but PJ, can you let us know how you set up the conversation and how you finish the conversation to be able to get referrals? You're getting them pretty consistently, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it is, we do get them consistently. I personally like to get at least 2 a day. That's just me. I think that it is possible. You have no idea about this person. You get to know them. They have, at the end of the day, everybody has a wife, a husband, friends, relatives. You know, it's all infinite possibilities that you can make.
I just cut you off, guys. That's 10 a week. You're looking at 500 new leads a year. So even though he only says it's 2, don't underestimate how dramatic that will be to change your business. Like, you know, off that fight, you might get 500 referrals a year. Say only 300 of those come in. You sign up 40%, which, you know, you're not crushing your numbers. That's like underestimating. It's giving you about 150 full paid clients every single year. So it's really important. But continue on with the start and then how you finish it off, my man.
Yeah, so like when you're talking on basis of referrals, which is obviously the big thing for us this week, you're going to be asking about their location. You build off that. You're going to be asking about any injuries. You build off the injury itself. How did it happen? Were you walking? Who were you walking with? You're walking with your friend. How did it happen? You play for the local footy team. You play for the soccer team. Build off of that. All the way right down to, look, have you got any friends or relatives that would like to come down with you? Because at the end of the day, you do see a lot more results when you've got somebody egging you on.
100%.
It is all based around that, and I mean, you get infinite referrals off of that. It's insane, guys. If you just push that bit extra, you don't even have to push. If you've built a rapport, you're basically mates talking on the phone, you know.
Yeah.
It's not even a question. It's like, do you have friends or anything? Oh, actually I do, yeah. I've got this guy, I know, one of my neighbours. They're perfect, bring him down, you know.
No. All right, guys, so that's it. So how you build rapport, and then also how you get referrals off the back of it. So you want to track how many referrals you're getting each day. With your basic sales stats, again, we'll just add one last bit while I've got PJ on the phone. And mate, what stats are you tracking every day to know whether you're successful or not?
Number one, you're recording your calls. You're seeing how many calls that you get. Then you're recording the actual bookings you've made, consultations. Then you're looking into how many referrals you got. They're the 3 key things that we look into.
Every single day.
Every day.
So guys, I hope you got a bit of value on that. I'm going to tag those who couldn't watch below. If you have any friends who want to join us, they want to earn 150k, like we want to help you earn 150k per year, please refer them over to us. My main man PJ will look after them. He'll probably ask them for more referrals as well. But make sure that you implement what we told you today, what we taught you. If you have any questions, please shoot us down below. I'll tag PJ below as well, so you can add him as a friend. If you want to shoot him any messages directly, you're more than welcome to as well.